So students, our next topic for study is lesson 5, concentration through meditation. So here's an activity which I would have made you to do, but since the situation is different and we have to study in online classes, still before, like whenever you are free, before sleeping or after you wake up, just daily I'm saying daily for 10 minutes try to sit silently, focusing on your mind, and without any other thoughts into your mind must be still and silent. And then you observe your breathing, as you breathe in and as you breathe out, as you inhale, as you exhale. Just try to observe your breathing. That observation or that analysis of your breathing also will lead to meditation. Then here I am giving you the summary of what it is saying, that the air in our atmosphere, that air too is filled with the presence of God. If you inhale the air, you can feel the spirit of God, the power and all the goodness of God. So you must be like experiencing that while cherishing it. And one more thing, for meditation you need a perfect silence. Like if your mind is not still, if your mind is having different sort of thoughts, then you can't do any sort of meditation. If you want to meditate, your mind must be silent enough for you to meditate. And then I'm reading it out for you. The air in the atmosphere is filled with God's presence. The intake of air carries the Spirit of God with you. You experience the infilling of all goodness, power, and Spirit of God. Imagine that as you do it, each one turns smart and bright. Remaining in that feeling gives you experience of silence. Silence is an essential element for meditation because many of the scholars and wise men got the vision of God through silence in meditation. Hence, it is essential that you train yourself in interior and exterior silence. If you wish to grow, you need silence. Silence has a great power. It will teach you to pray, look deep into yourself, and give you a spiritual fulfillment. It will also help you to solve your problems. See, if you can't find any solution with anyone, just sit silently and try to reflect back. अगर कोई भी प्रॉब्लम तुम लाइफ में फेस करते हो ना, तो अगर कहीं तुम्हें कोई सॉल्यूशन नहीं दिखता, खुद में चुपचाप से बैठ जाओ और जो गलती की या दूसरे से गलती हुई उसके बारे में सोचो, और पूरे जो मतलब उस समय की जो सिचुएशन थी उस पूरे बारे में सोचो, और फिर धीरे 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 अपने आप में ही साइलेंटली उस सॉल्यूशन तक पहुंचो. प्लस में द साइलेंस, if you are having this sort of silence, you can pray easily, you can look deep into yourself, like you can reflect upon yourself, and also it will give you a spiritual fulfillment. You can feel one with God. Okay, but that is last stage, or you can say the ultimate stage. You can't feel one with God so easily. You need perfect stillness of mind and perfect control of mind. That is very hard for us to attain. So I think this is very clear to you. Then next, here a incidence is given of a guru. Actually, there was a famous guru in the village. People used to take advice from him. He was very famous and holy, and he had many disciples. Disciples means followers. So he had many disciples. Then there was one boy in the village. He was intellectually very weak. जो दिमाग से बहुत कमज़ोर होते हैं ना, वो भरोसा बहुत आसानी से कर लेते हैं, और अगर वो भरोसा उनका सही जगह लग गया ना, तो यू कांट नो देयर बाउंड्रीज. यहाँ पर भी एक छोटा सा लड़का था जो इंटेलेक्चुअली वीक था, बट उसको ना उस गुरु का डिसाइपल बनना था, उस गुरु का चेला बनना था. सो अदर पीपल हुम ही अप्रोच्ड, किन्हीं लोगों के पास वो गया और बोला कि मुझे इन गुरु का डिसाइपल बनना है, तो मैं क्या करूँ कि ये गुरु मुझे अपना डिसाइपल बना दे. और ये पुअर फैमिली से भी था. Then they were making fun of it. The other people whom he approached, जिनको वो अप्रोच किया, वो उसकी मजाक उड़ा रहे थे एक तरीके से, और उसे कुछ गलत सा तरीका बता दिया. कुछ गलत सा तरीका ये बताया कि तुम रोज सुबह गुरु जाते हैं, मतलब सूर्य नमस्कार करने, या नदी की तरफ जाते हैं, जब वो वापस आएंगे तो तुम उनके पैरों में गिर पड़ना, उनसे आशीर्वाद लेना, उनको फल वगैरह चढ़ाना या कोई गिफ्ट देना, और फिर वो तुम्हें जो बोलेंगे ना, मतलब तुम्हें वो अपना डिसाइपल अगर बनाएंगे तो तुम्हें एक मंत्र देंगे, वो तुम मंत्र पढ़ना और फिर तुम उस गुरु के डिसाइपल बन जाओगे, उन गुरु के. सो लाइकवाइज इट हैपेंड. Then one day a rumor, like news came in the town that a more holier guru has come, and that guru claims to be the disciple of this guru. अभी एक नया गुरु आया है, जो पुराने जो गुरु जिनकी हमने बात की वो उनके चेले रह चुके हैं. तो ये पुराने गुरु को तो याद ही नहीं आ रहा था कि मेरा ऐसा कौन सा चेला है जो मतलब इतना होली हो गया है, जो गुफाओं में रह के भगवान से एक हो गया है. तो ये गुरु उनके पास गया और उनसे, मतलब जो नए गुरु की हम बात कर रहे हैं, उनसे मिलने गया. तो नए गुरु ने फिर उन्होंने बोला कि मैं तो तुम्हें याद नहीं कर पा रहा हूँ, तुम कौन हो. तो नए गुरु ने उन्हें बताया कि मैं आपके पास एक बार आया था, मैंने आपको कुकुम्बर चढ़ाया था, मैं गरीब था, आपने मुझे बस एक मंत्र दिया था, और वो मंत्र क्या बोला था, लाइक गॉड विल टीच यू. उनको एक मंत्र दिया गया था कि गॉड विल टीच यू. तो मतलब वो इंटेलेक्चुअली वीक था, उसे मतलब ही नहीं था गॉड, मतलब गॉड विल टीच यू का मतलब क्या है. तो ये गॉड विल टीच यू, गॉड विल टीच यू मंत्र समझ के वो बोलता रहा, और 25 साल की तपस्या के बाद वो भगवान से एक हो गया. सी दिस इज द लाइक पावर ऑफ फेथ. उसने विदाउट एनी डाउट, अगर आप किसी भगवान पे विश्वास करते हो ना, तो शक की गुंजाइश मत रखना. डोंट पुट एनी डाउट व्हेन यू आर इन फेथ. अगर आपके सामने कोई भी शक है ना, या कोई भी डाउट है, यू कांट हैव फेथ प्रॉपरली. एंड इफ यू डोंट हैव 100% फेथ, यू कांट डू एनीथिंग. इवन आई एम टेलिंग इन योरसेल्फ, अगर अपने ऊपर भी डाउट होता है ना, मैं नहीं कर सकूंगा, मैं नहीं कर सकूंगी, तो आप उसी समय वहीं रुक जाओगे, तो आप आगे नहीं बढ़ पाओगे. बट अगर आप ये कहें कि आई विल ट्राई, जो हुआ देखा जाएगा, आई विल ट्राई, सो दैट वे इफ यू डू, यू कैन रीच some heights, you can get great achievements. So that is the incident, what it is teaching us. It is teaching us the value of faith and meditation. So I'll read it out. There was a famous guru in a village. People used to come to take advice from him. Since he was famous and holy, he had many disciples. There was a boy in the village who was intellectually weak. Like the other boys, he also wished to be a disciple of this guru. But he knew that since he was not an intelligent boy, Guru might not accept him as his disciple. Still, because of his intense desire, he went to the Guru's disciples and asked them what he must do to become a disciple. Realizing the poor intelligence of the boy, the disciples decided to trap him. Okay? They said, get up early in the morning and wait for the Guru as he comes after bath to worship sun. There must be a gift in your hands to offer him. As he comes close, place the gift before him. Fall at his feet to offer him. As he comes fall at his feet and cry aloud, saying, Guru bless me. Then Guru will give you a mantra. Immediately you should run, sit in a quiet place where no one can see you and recite the mantra. Without even listening to their final words, he ran away joyfully. Next day, he waited on the way where the Guru used to come. Since he was a poor boy, he could not get a very good gift. He took a cucumber from his field to offer him as a gift. As the Guru approached, he fell at his feet, placed his offering at the feet of the Guru and asked him to bless. He cried and requested the Guru to accept him as his disciple and to teach him mantras. Guru felt very pity on him and said, God will teach you. He thanked the Guru and left the place. Years passed. Many disciples learned Vedas and mantras from the Guruji. The Guru also became old. Then a news spread in the area that there is a holy man living in a cave somewhere in the forest. Those who approach him receive great consolation. He has a special gift to know the mind of everyone. At the same time, he claims that he is a disciple of this old guru. So now you see the features of this new guru, no? That disciple has now become a guru and he has become one with God. There's a holy man and he is living in the cave somewhere in the forest, and those who will approach him, they will receive consolation. He can know the mind of everyone, and also he claims that he is a disciple of this old guru. Guru thought a lot about it, but he could not remember who this disciple is. Finally, the Guru thought of meeting this disciple along with his other disciples. He went to meet his holy disciple. As he heard that his Guru is coming to meet him, the holy man got up quickly and bowed before him. Guru observed him keenly and said, "Son, I don't remember that you came to me and obtained wisdom." Then this holy man fell at his feet and said, "Years ago, one morning, I came to see you when you were returning after morning bath. I came with a cucumber, fell at your feet, and requested to accept me as a disciple. You told me that day, God will teach you. I went on meditating it for last 25 years. I pleaded God to teach me to meditate. I sat here, closing my eyes. In fact, God teaches me daily. I see His face with my inner eyes and sit in silence enjoying His company. I do not know for how long, but I know I am with God and God is with me. We sit together in deep silence." The old Guru bowed down and said, "God is your real Guru. We all desire to reach that state of union where you have already reached." All his disciples too bowed down and touched the feet of the new Guru. The above story reveals many realities about meditation. Meditation is an activity which leads to more and more awareness or mental consciousness of reality. That is, awareness of self, others, and God. In one word, it can be defined as single-minded concentration. So you can see here, if you are reaching that perfect state of meditation, you can feel one with God. You and God will not be separated. So that is the final goal of our life. जो हम बोलते हैं ना, हमें मोक्ष प्राप्त करना है, या हमें like we want to be free of this illusionary world. So what we need to do is we need to meditate. We need to be one with the God, and that is very difficult. It will become easy only if we control our mind. Only if we control our senses, and only if we control our mind, then only we can become one with God. Then the following elements are important in meditation. If you want to meditate, you should have certain elements, like you should have intense desire, you should have the intense will to meditate. Then you should have interior and exterior silence. Like exterior silence is necessary, but also interior silence. If you have many thoughts and problems inside, and if you are pondering over and thinking over that only, you can't do meditation. A fixed time and fixed place. Yes, you need a proper time and a proper place. Regular practice is necessary. If you do one day and the other day you don't do it, then you can't do meditation. Then purity of mind. If our mind is full of impure thoughts, we can't do meditation. So purity of mind is quite essential here. Then fruits of meditation. Meditation relaxes and purifies the mind, body, and soul. It builds up more positive attitude towards self, others, and life realities. So here we are reading about what is the advantage of meditation. If you are meditating, it will relax your mind, body, and soul. It will develop positive attitude in us, and it will make us peaceful. It will improve our physical and mental health, and also it will sharpen our memory and our concentration power. It builds up more positive attitude towards self, others, and life realities. So they become very serene and peaceful. It improves physical and mental health. It illumines the intellect and sharpens the memory. It increases the concentration power. Then many students have a question: do students need to meditate? And the answer is yes. All the students should meditate. And they should meditate before going to sleep and after waking up. So a minimum of 10 minutes, like 10 minutes in the morning and 10 minutes in the night before sleeping, that is enough for the student life. But if you want more, if you have more like spiritual desires, you can. No one stops you. So that is one thing. But before that, we should understand that if the students want to meditate, they should be free of the distractions. Like if you are free of distractions, you can meditate easily. And there are different ways to meditate. Like you can sit in silence, you can reflect upon your, like you can sit and reflect upon your deeds of the day. You can sit and observe the candle flame. So there are different ways you can meditate. So I'm just reading it out, then you'll get it. We live in a very different times now. Our lives are busier than ever. Willpower is a less common personal asset. Distractions are everywhere, and meditation is often sought as a means to develop better health, enhance performance, or improve oneself. As discussed above, meditation has tremendous influence on person's life and activity. Regular meditation has marvelous power to make one's life brighter and happier. Meditation is like a curative medicine. It promotes physical, mental, and spiritual health. Long hours of intense meditation are not expected from students, but it is advisable for all the students to meditate at least 10 minutes twice a day. It can be either a breathing exercise like pranayam, slow chanting of a mantra or nam jap, focusing on a devotional picture or a little flame, paying attention to a devotional song, thanking for all good and bad things of life, repeating a short prayer, reciting an inspiring short sentence, and sharing your inner feelings with God. You choose the method as per your need and mood. These methods are, in fact, not meditation but a beginning of meditation. It will increase your inner strength, power of concentration, and intellectual powers. Those who practice regularly will grow in inner peace. So, this is all about meditation. So, here are certain tricks and like methods for meditating, and you must remember that this is not actual meditation. These are the steps to meditation. Like if you just go through it, then you can be better in meditation. So I think you all are clear with it. Thank you.